Hey folks, good morning. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Just doing some driving. I gotta get some things done this morning before I do my major errand this afternoon. But again, it's part of life. Beautiful day, nice cool breeze, great weather right now. So something came up just a few days ago, and it's something I want to talk about. Now, I have no problem if people have different opinions. That makes this nation the best of what we have is our people's own strength and diversity and understanding of different opinions and different views. But I do have a problem when people speaks about information and don't even check the source, and the source they're not checking made it wrong. In the job I do and the jobs I've been doing for 25, 30 years, having verified information is crucial because the decisions I make, decisions I look at, can change one's life. It can make it worse or it can make it better. That's the paramount we are in many of the situations in this world. But the problem lately in the last 25, 30 years is that people are unwilling to verify if the information is valid or it's true, and to a certain degree that it fits the narrative that you're trying to put forth. So the issue came up when somebody was stating about some information about a couple individuals. What made it really crazy is that the same person said something, and another person a few days later said the same. And what really was problematic for me and problematic for a lot of people who does this for a living, the information they have has been checked and rechecked, and it's been verified as wrong. But what they said made so much clamor that it affected a lot of people. When people finally realized that these individuals were giving wrong information because they get it from somebody else who didn't do their research or didn't even care, it affected a lot of people's lives, and that became a real issue that be, that got blown up. The issues that we have here in our world can be seen as either timid to over the top, but it's how we get those information to the other individuals that makes it a problematic issue. If you're not willing to verify if the information you got from Joe Schmo or Jane Schmo is right, if you're not sure, then don't point it out. Don't push it out. If you notice after the fact that it is wrong, then come back in and tell, hey, I made an error, blah, blah, blah. The information I provided you guys was wrong, was an error. Here's the facts. Here's the truth. The other difficulty with that issue is that people who does find out that the information they gave out was wrong are so unwilling to put out the real truth because of what, pride, or they don't want to look like they're stupid or whatever. That creates more problem. You might not like people's views like mine, where you either tell the truth and deal with the circumstances, or just deal with it. But people are so frustrated that after the fact that the information was not verified, the unwillingness of these individuals to admit they were wrong makes it worse. Why am I talking about this? Because it seems that people have forgotten the simplicity of principle and ethics. If you know the information you have is wrong and you don't come out and say, hey, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, apologize, and be honest, but you that becomes a real issue. But the final problem out of the third problem is that when you come out later, later after everybody's been blasting you online or blasting you on the radio and TV, you finally come out 2, 3, 4, 5 days, even a month later, after the fact that you had to come out because you're being blasted. That shows a lack of integrity, lack of principle, and lack of common sense. I think for this nation, this world, we need to be honest to ourselves that hey, we don't know the information, we don't know the answers, we don't know anything. Admit it. Just don't hide the fact that these things are wrong. Don't make it worse by just not fixing what you said was wrong. And if you get information, verify it, fact check it. I don't care if it takes you a week. Fact check everything. Because I'll tell you something, I have made errors and I've came out to my clients and to other people, said, hey, the information I gave you last week was wrong, blah blah blah. I apologize. That shows integrity. That shows character, and that shows your. In my situation, it showed that I was willing to admit my faults, and I was willing to say, hey, my stupidity cost us some money. Let me fix it. That's the issue that many people are not willing to reflect on, that they're not willing to verify facts. They trust people blindly without checking their sources and information. And finally, third, if they make a mistake, they're not willing to come out and say, hey, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Instead, they continue making the mistake, they continue not fixing the errors because they're so focused on keeping whatever belief they have in their pocket. So they're not willing to say, hey, I'm wrong, and that's it, I'll walk away. Instead, they keep holding on to the false narrative until somebody pushes them. So do me a favor. Do you think a lot of people have become so focused in keeping secrets, keeping false narrative until the last, and even after the fact they've been brought to light that's wrong, that they're not willing to come out and be honest? And the other thing is, are people really unwilling to verify facts when they hear somebody talking about certain things? They'll keep going on until they're caught, or somebody just tell them off and say, hey, you're wrong, blah blah blah, you need to fix it. So what do you think? So in the end, do me a favor, whatever information you're searching for and you find it, check it out, verify for it, make sure what you're trying to point out is truly what you're trying to point out. Don't trust even somebody who is reliable for the last 20-30 years. Even for me, I tell people, did you check me out? Did you verify if my information was true? People says, yeah. Or somebody says, I know one person said to me, well, I trust you. I said, no, don't do that. When you start being complacent, the day that you make a mistake where you think the person is right was really wrong. Don't do that. Be honest to yourself by verifying if the information is true. So for now, take care, stay safe, and of course, have a nice day.